Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a React developer, you already know the drill. We spend hours upon hours writing code, but honestly, how much of that time is spent on actual logic? And how much is just, typing the exact same boilerplate over and over and over again? Well, today we're going to transform your messy, slow React workflow into a lightning-fast automated process. We're looking at 5 absolute must-have VS Code extensions that will completely revolutionize the way you code. Let me ask you something. Are you making coding harder than it needs to be? Seriously, think about your current workflow for a second. Think about all that manual, repetitive typing. Or, oh man, think about hunting down that one missing bracket that literally breaks your entire application. Or those endless formatting debates with your team. If you're building React apps without the right tools, you're essentially walking to work when you could be driving a sports car. So let's fix that right now. Here's our roadmap for today. We aren't just looking at a list. We're unlocking 5 specific superpowers to cure your coding frustrations. Instant creation, automated formatting, smart editing, catching errors, and finally, styling superpowers. All together, they're going to level up your workflow. All right, let's dive right in.
Section 1. Instant Creation. ES7 plus React Snippets. Okay, let's dive into this.
This first extension is basically our hero, swooping in to save you from the super tedious villain of manual setup, because every React dev knows the pain of spinning up a brand new component. You got to write the imports, declare the function, export the thing. It's just exhausting to do that 20 times a day, right? Well, once you install this, the magic happens in 3 incredibly simple beats. Step 1, create your new file. Step 2, just type 5 letters, RAFCE. That stands for React Arrow Function Component with Export. And step 3, just press Enter. Bam! That is it. In less than 3 seconds, a fully structured, ready-to-use component magically appears on your screen.
The contrast here is just staggering. Think about doing it the manual way, typing out every single bracket, every single import, every single export statement. It eats up so much time, and honestly, it just leaves room for silly syntax typos. But then you compare that to the instant snippet. The reduction in actual typing is massive. You get this immense speed improvement right out of the gate, which means you can actually focus on the logic of your app instead of wrestling with boilerplate.
Section 2. Automated Formatting. Prettier. We have all been there, haven't we? Copying and pasting code until your file is just an absolute nightmare of misaligned tags and chaotic indentation. It's intentionally ugly, messy JSX with bad spacing that just gives you a headache to even look at. But with Prettier installed and configured to run on save, and this brilliantly illustrates the point, you just save your file. Boom! Instantly, all that mess transforms into a clean, perfectly formatted masterpiece. Literally 0 manual tabbing required.
But let's be real for a second about why clean code actually matters. This extension isn't just about making things look aesthetically pleasing, though that's a nice bonus. It's really about the fact that it dramatically improves readability. Your brain spends way less energy parsing the text and way more energy actually solving the problem. Plus, it completely enhances teamwork by keeping everyone's code uniform, which, thank goodness, entirely eliminates those endless, exhausting formatting debates in your pull requests. You just remove the visual distractions so you can actually understand the code.
Section 3. Smart Editing. Auto Rename Tag.
Now this next one is the absolute perfect cure for a highly specific yet universally maddening annoyance in React development: mismatched HTML or JSX tags. Auto Rename Tag is an extension that instantly and automatically updates a closing JSX tag the very moment you change the opening tag. Just think about how often you decide to change a generic div container into a semantic section, or maybe an H1 into an H2. Without this tool, you have to carefully scan all the way down to the bottom of the component to manually change that closing tag, crossing your fingers you didn't miss it. This tool completely eliminates those tiny, frustrating typos that can somehow break an entire component. I know what you're thinking. It seems like such a small automation, right? It's just syncing a few characters. But let me tell you, this tiny feature is a huge time saver. Over the lifespan of a single project, this little extension is going to save you literally thousands of keystrokes. And more importantly, it saves you from those jarring moments where your flow state gets broken because of a missing angle bracket. It is just a massive, massive win for your daily productivity.
Section 4. Catching Errors. Error Lens. Now, what's really interesting about this next extension is how it totally shifts the narrative from writing code to actually fixing it. See errors instantly. I mean, that is a pretty bold statement, but Error Lens honestly delivers on it flawlessly. Traditionally, debugging is just a frustrating hunt.
You run your code, it breaks. You squint at some confusing console error, and then you go searching through all your files looking for the right line number. Well, ErrorLens takes that whole annoying hunt and turns it into an immediate, impossible-to-miss visual alert directly inside your editor.
Let's break down why this is such a debugging advantage. Beginners, and honestly veterans too, waste countless hours just searching for where their broken code actually lives. ErrorLens completely fixes this by bringing the error directly to you. It uses these really bright red error indicators and places the actual text of the error message in line, literally right next to the broken line of code. So there's no more hovering over tiny squiggly lines, no more constantly checking a separate terminal window. There is absolutely zero wasted time searching because the explanation is right there, staring back at you.
Section 5. Styling Superpowers. Tailwind CSS IntelliSense. If you're using Tailwind in your React projects, consider this your absolute final layer of polish. It is the master key to unlocking maximum speed for developers using utility-based CSS. The workflow breakdown here is just brilliant. When you're typing out Tailwind classes, the extension gives you these smart autocomplete suggestions instantly, meaning you don't have to memorize thousands of class names anymore. When you're choosing colors, it pops up these fantastic inline hex color previews right in the editor, so you know exactly what shade of blue you're applying. And honestly, my absolute favorite feature, if you hover over any utility class, it actually explains the underlying raw CSS to you. It's incredibly convenient and it prevents so many styling mistakes. This extension literally gives you Tailwind superpowers. The sheer speed and really the confidence it provides is incredible. You don't have to constantly context switch and jump back and forth to the official documentation. You can just stay completely locked into your editor and rapidly build out complex, fully responsive layouts with total peace of mind.
Section 6. Level up your workflow.
We've taken quite a journey today, going from a manual, tedious, and honestly error-prone workflow to a highly optimized automated machine. So here's your ultimate React Toolkit recap. We started with ES7 React Snippets to instantly generate our components. Then we layered in Prettier to automatically format our code and keep it looking flawless. We added auto rename tag to fix those annoying typo issues, ErrorLens to catch bugs before they even become a problem, and finally, Tailwind CSS IntelliSense to give us total styling mastery. I'd really love to know which of these is your absolute favorite, so definitely drop a comment below. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more coding explainers that help you work smarter, not harder.
So that leaves us with one really crucial question. With all of this amazing automation, what are you going to build with the mental space you just saved? Because by automating the repetitive, mindless tasks out of your day-to-day coding, you aren't just saving a few minutes here and there. You're literally freeing up your brain's processing power for actual, creative problem solving. So go get these tools installed, clear your mind, and go build something absolutely amazing. See you next time.